On the 16th of August 1977, the world was thrown into mourning following the sudden demise of an icon whose music had relished for over 23 years. That afternoon, Elvis Aaron Presley was found unconscious by his girlfriend, Ginger Alden, on the bathroom floor in his Graceland mansion in Memphis. He was rushed to Baptist Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 3:30 p.m. Presley was just 42 years old at the time of his death, making people suspect there was more to the incident than meets the eye. While everyone anxiously awaited his official autopsy results, fans made sure to bid the esteemed artist a final goodbye on August 18th. At least 80,000 people were in attendance as the musical icon was laid to rest beside his mother's grave at Forest Hill Cemetery. Presley's body, alongside his mother's, has since been exhumed and reburied in Graceland's Meditation Garden on the 2nd of October, following a failed attempt to steal his body in August. What happened to this energetic performer who melted hearts with his music? This has remained the million-dollar question, as fans haven't reached a consensus on Presley's cause of death until today. In this video, we'll review the life of Elvis Presley, his death, and the possible causes of death. Elvis Aaron Presley, popularly known as the King of Rock and Roll, was born on January 8, 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi. By the time Elvis was 12, his family relocated to Memphis, Tennessee in 1948. Elvis grew up poor, as the family lived paycheck to paycheck. They were devout Christians who attended church services each week, and from gospel songs, Elvis developed an interest in music. His mother recognized his musical potential and gifted him a guitar on his 11th birthday. His interest in music skyrocketed as he grew older, so he participated in a talent show competition in high school, which he won. After graduating from high school in 1953, Presley took a job as a driver to support his family, but did not give up on his dreams of becoming a musician. The breakthrough he anticipated finally came that year when he recorded his first demo in the Sun studio, impressing the owner of the record label, Sam Phillips. Phillips signed the budding artist, after which Presley released his first single in 1954, titled "That's All Right." He soon became a household sensation, starring in movies and attracting millions of people to his concerts. In 1957, he had put his musical career on hold because he enlisted in the army. He was deployed to Germany, where he met a beautiful young lady named Priscilla Beaulieu, whom he instantly fell in love with. He left the military after 3 years of service to focus on his music and acting career. On the 1st of May 1967, he married Beaulieu in Las Vegas, Nevada, and welcomed a daughter the following year. However, the marriage was short-lived as the couple grew distant due to the numerous tours and concerts Presley had to host, and finally reached its breaking point in 1971, when he had an affair, impregnating a woman and requesting an abortion. On October 9, 1973, the couple officially divorced, and Beaulieu was granted custody of their daughter. The dissolution of this marriage was just one of his many problems at the time. Presley, who used to twist his slim body erotically to entertain his fans, was gaining weight uncontrollably. He was also developing an addiction to prescription drugs. Twice, in 1973, he suffered a barbiturate overdose and slipped into a coma during the first incidents. He fell into a coma again at the end of 1973 when he overdosed on pethidine. He showed up to concerts heavily drugged and disoriented, threatening the longevity of his musical career. However, the support of his loyal fans never withered. Presley's health problems gradually got worse as he was diagnosed with glaucoma, hypertension, liver damage, and an enlarged colon. Despite his rapidly deteriorating health, he still performed at concerts and went on long tours. On the 26th of June 1977, Presley held a concert at the Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, which sadly turned out to be his last. He returned to his home at Graceland, Memphis, with plans to begin a tour at the end of August. August 16, 1977. The scheduled day of his departure for the tour came, but Presley was found dead on his bathroom floor. Later that day, Memphis medical examiner Jerry Francisco announced that the cause of death was a cardiac arrest triggered by a chronic heart disease he suffered from. When questioned if the death was in any way associated with drugs, Francisco replied, "Drugs played no role in Presley's death." On the other hand, a lab result released 2 months after the death revealed that 14 different drugs were found in Presley's system, with 10 being present in significant quantities, suggesting that he had died from overconsumption of drugs. Who was being untruthful? Francisco, who stated that drugs had no hand in the death, or the lab scientists, who indicated that drugs played a significant role in the death? Was there an actual death in the first place? Let us briefly look into each of these theories to clear the air. Jerry Francisco was not the only one who believed that drugs were not the cause of Presley's death. In 1994, Miami-Dade County Coroner Joseph Davis, after conducting thousands of autopsies, declared, "There is nothing in any of the data that supports a death from drugs. In fact, everything points to a sudden, violent heart attack." The public has accused Francisco of benefiting from giving a fake report. We will discuss this accusation later, but what did Davis stand to gain from doing the same? Well, nothing has been pointed out regarding that. Foregrounding the drug-related death claim were the 14 charges of overprescription brought against Presley's physician, George Nichopoulos, in 1980. During the trial, it was revealed that he had prescribed more than 10,000 doses of sedatives, amphetamines, and narcotics to Presley within 8 months during 1977. His license was suspended for 3 months and placed on probation for 3 years. The Tennessee Medical Board later revoked his license in the 1990s following new charges of overprescription against him. Forensic historian and pathologist Michael Baden, on the other hand, sat on the fence, supporting both the drugs and heart disease theories. Baden explained the event as complicated, saying, "Elvis had an enlarged heart for a long time. That, together with his drug habit, caused his death, but he was difficult to diagnose. It was a judgment call." In his opinion, both drugs and heart disease were to blame. In 1988, Gail Brewer Giorgio authored a book titled Elvis is Alive, where he suggested that the FBI faked Elvis's death to admit him into a witness protection program. The author claimed he reviewed FBI files on Presley and discovered a document where the artist was enlisted as an undercover agent to infiltrate a racketeering group called the Fraternity in 1976. Further supporting the claim of Presley faking his death, someone anonymously reported that a man who resembled Presley bought a one-way ticket to Buenos Aires at Memphis International Airport later on the day he reportedly died. The anonymous individual claimed the ticket was purchased under John Burroughs, the pseudonym Presley had often used to book hotel suites. There have also been rumors of Presley sightings, one as a background actor in the Home Alone movie from 1990, and another as a groundskeeper in Graceland in 2016, among other alleged sightings. Individuals and bodies have since debunked many of these claims, seeing as they were just opinions, beliefs, and mere claims. Let us examine these refutations so you can decide on the theory that seems to hold water. Looking back at Francisco's announcement, it was given on the same day Presley died, and the autopsy results weren't out yet. It makes one wonder, what was the basis for his conclusion? He also claimed the cause of the heart attack was cardiac arrhythmia, which can only be detected in living people. Likewise, the toxicology results were still unknown when he confidently declared that drugs had nothing to do with Presley's death. When the toxicology report was finally released, it indicated a high level of opiates in Presley's system, and heart failure was a symptom, but not the actual cause of death. Fingers have since been pointed at Francisco, accusing him of covering up the real cause of death, which was drug-related at the request of the Presley family, who didn't want his image tarnished. According to the Time reports, the FBI did have a file containing 760 documents on Elvis Presley from 1956 to 1980, which was comprehensively studied. Still, none of it pertained to Presley ever helping the FBI with an investigation. Patrick Lacey has debunked the airport sighting of Elvis Presley in his book, Elvis Decoded. Lacey claimed to have interviewed officials at Memphis Airport who claimed there was no international flights operating out of Memphis Airport back in 1977. This means Presley could not have bought a ticket for a flight heading to Buenos Aires at the time. Did Presley meet his untimely death due to his drug abuse, or was he the victim of an unfortunate heart attack? Or do you believe he is now an 87-year-old man spending his retirement under the FBI's wing, or watching the sunset from a resort while enjoying time away from his overzealous fans? We would love to hear your opinion. Comment below what you think. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Likewise, turn on notifications so you never miss a video.